And so I am getting to see a movie in a whole different way than I ever could see it before. And I'm so blown away. It's so exciting to me. Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is JessConstantino. And if you're new to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe and join the family. We would love to have you. If you want to see more YouTube content about being blind or low vision, you really need to subscribe because I upload a video about it almost every single day. This video is sponsored by the Large Talking Scale. It is really good for blind and low vision people, or if you just want to check your weight. I personally check my weight on it every single day. My son likes to check his weight on it. My mom has checked her weight on it because she is trying to lose weight as well. It's an amazing staple. It is so clear and the sound is just loud and good to hear. It has worked for over 9 months now that I've had it, and it is just a really good quality product. I highly recommend it. And if you would like to support me and my channel and help me continue to make content for you lovely people, I would really appreciate your support. So go to the link in my description below and check out the Large Talking Scale by Amazon. And yeah, help my channel out. So thank you so much, and on to the video. So with that being said, I want to talk today about my vision has over the last several years declined little by little. And one thing that I have never really looked that much into is audio description. I've always known that it was out there. It's kind of this newfangled thing that not very many people really even know about. It was something that I didn't really know about and I didn't really pay that much attention to, because in the world of audio description, I mean, you go to a movie theater and you ask about audio description and most of them will tell you that they don't have audio description. Some will say that they do, but you have to watch certain movies for that. And I was always just the kind of person that wanted to watch whatever I wanted. I never really didn't want to get the accommodation for it because I didn't really think that it would do me very much good. Fast forward, I don't know how many of you know this, but I really enjoy learning about other cultures and languages. I have taught myself a few different languages, so the languages that I can speak and the languages that I know a little bit about. I am growing up, and in high school I was taught Spanish, and I have a little bit of a conversational ability with Spanish, but it's not huge. When I was in college, I decided that with my friend we were going to go to Italy and backpack around some of Europe. So I took a couple classes to teach me Italian, and I really liked the experience of learning different languages. It's just really fun for me. And then when I went to Europe and I saw different cultures, we also went to France. I kind of picked up a little bit of French, but again, my conversational ability is very little. I just really love learning about different cultures and different languages. It's something that I've always been interested in. I want to say maybe 5 years ago, I decided that I was going to start teaching myself how to speak Japanese. I started really getting into J-pop and kind of the culture behind it, and I have one band that I really, really love, and that's Hey Say Jump. And I wanted to be able to understand what they were saying in interviews and what their songs were saying. So I decided that I was going to start teaching myself Japanese. I got interested in K-pop and Korean language, and I kind of started learning some of that. And then recently I've gotten into Thai and the culture within that and the language of Thai, and I love it. So I have wanted to watch certain series within the Korean culture or within the Thai culture, even within the Japanese culture. As most of you might know, these movies, TV shows, things like that, they are in their language. and most of them are subtitled with English, but very few of them are dubbed in English, meaning that they have like English speaking over top of the language that it is in. I realized that one of the languages that I forgot to mention that I have been learning recently is Tagalog, which is the Filipino language. It's what they speak in the Philippines. And I have been trying to learn some of it myself, but I've also been having friends teach me because I have a lot of friends that live in the Philippines now. And yeah, so that is one of the languages that I have been trying to learn recently, but I'm learning it very slowly. It is very similar to Spanish and kind of Japanese combined, so it's kind of fun for me because I've learned both of those languages and it kind of combines both of them. So I really enjoy it, and I just wanted to throw that in there also, that I've been learning Tagalog recently. So there you go. And for me, if I'm going to read subtitles, because I cannot see that well, I find myself having to read a subtitle, pause it, read the next subtitle,
pause it, play, pause, play,
so that I can read the subtitles. And then I will have to like go back, once I read the subtitles, I will have to go back through the scene and like watch the flow of it just to even understand what is actually going on within the show. This process can be very irritating for somebody who can't see that well, but I love foreign film. I love foreign series, so it's something that I've just kind of struggled with until recently. I decided, well, maybe I can find something that has audio description. Yeah, no, you can't. A lot of the audio description is really based in the United States. There really is not a whole lot of audio description in other countries. It's just not available. It is something that is almost, I mean, I wouldn't say only in the United States, but probably North America, maybe some in like England and some in Europe. But it is very, very, very little of it is actually in like the Asian cultures. They just do not have the same ADA and, you know, the American Disability Act and, you know, people that are forward thinking with disabilities in that way. And especially with visual disabilities, it is not something that is very common. So I found that there are not really any audio description for foreign series or foreign TV shows or foreign films. It just really doesn't exist that much. That really disappointed me. Looking into this whole world of audio description was very, very new for me, because I had kind of just always ignored it in the past. I had decided on my phone and my accessibility, because I have an iPhone, and in the accessibility you can turn on audio description. I decided, what the heck, I'm gonna turn on audio description. So I did. And I don't tend to just sit down and watch series, but I have always been a true crime fan. I love true crime. In the past, I have watched a lot of documentaries about different serial killers and a lot of things like that. So there is this new Netflix series called Dahmer, and it is about the life of Jeffrey Dahmer. And I've heard so much talk about this on the internet. I decided this week, fine, I'm gonna watch Dahmer and see what it's all about. Well, I had totally forgotten that I had turned on audio description on my phone. And so when I started watching this series, it started doing it in audio description. And I've never heard any audio description. Like, I mean, I know the basic point of audio description and what it does, that it tells you what's going on in the show or in the background or whatever. But I've never like sat down and watched something with audio description. So when I started playing this series and this audio description started running, I was just blown away. And I was enthralled in this show, because not only does it have a topic that I'm really interested in, which is true crime, but it had audio description. And I was just like sitting there on my bed like this, like, so enthralled in this show because it was just so exciting to me. I was like, I was in heaven. Because for me, it was just so exciting. But it is so cool, you guys. The show itself, I mean, it is really well portrayed, and they say that it is one of the most accurate portrayals of a serial killer in a documentary. But the audio description to it is so cool. It tells you the things that I can never see. Like, I could never see the action sequences in action films. So my family loves action films. And I remember growing up and watching, Mission Impossible and other movies like that, Ocean's 11, and, movies that are very action based, and, there's a lot going on in the background, and there's a lot going on in the scenes, and I couldn't really get a whole lot out of it. I mean, there were things like my family would describe to me, would read subtitles to me, and so I could get that part of it, and they would try to explain some of the scene to me. But you don't want your family to have to stop a movie every 5 seconds and explain to you what's going on. And so there was just a lot of it that I just missed, that I just couldn't see. There's parts of the story that I just couldn't see, and I would just miss out on that. But with the audio description, it not only tells you what is going on in the background, it tells you the people's facial expressions, like detail that I just cannot see myself. There's a lot of scenes, I guess, where Jeffrey Dahmer purses his lips together, and they tell you that, and I was like, whoa, I could never see when people's facial expressions change. And to get that insight, I mean, your facial expressions tell a lot. You communicate a lot through your facial expressions. And people always say, 90% of language has nothing to do with what's coming out of your mouth. A lot of it has to do with body language, a lot of it has to do with facial expressions, and I just could never see any of that. I mean, I can see body language if it's big and over the top, but I could never see facial expressions and really distinct details like that. Because for me, that's just not something that has ever been in my realm of possible. But with this audio description, it tells you what their facial expressions are. And I can understand a film on a different level than I've ever been able to. And this for me is so exciting, you guys. I was a film major in college, and being a film major, you have to dissect different parts of the film and different aspects of it, and what is going on in the scenes, but also what's going on within the characters and their minds and their, what their facial expressions are telling you. And I couldn't see a whole lot of that. And so I am getting to see a movie in a whole different way than I ever could see it before. And I'm so blown away. It's so exciting to me. I'm only halfway through the series at the moment. It's a 10-part series, and I'm on episode 5. But I'm just so excited. I had to make a video about it because for me it was just so exciting. How have I lived all of these years without audio description? And for anybody who doesn't have audio description or has never used it, if you have it available to you and you can't see very well, I highly encourage you to use it because it is so amazing. It's just something for me that's so exciting because I love movies, and I love true crime, and I love foreign films, and this has just opened up a whole new world for me that I could never see before. So, yay. And that was really all I wanted to say. It just, having the audio description on has just been so incredible for me. I'm so excited. So, yeah, if you have never used audio description, please go and try to use it. If you have it available and accessible to you, use it because it is awesome. Yeah, if you haven't seen Dahmer and you like true crime stuff, I would highly suggest watching it. It is really amazing. It's a great show. It portrays what he's going through or as a child so well. You really get an insight to why he decided to start these killing spree. Definitely does not excuse any of his actions, but it gives us into psychology of why somebody would do something like this. And I think understanding those things is really important for our society to grow and learn. You can't grow and learn unless you have learned a lesson, and unless history has taught you something. And I think with this, history can teach us what we overlooked in our society that caused a monster like this. So if you like true crime, if you like that kind of stuff, go watch Dahmer. It's amazing. And yeah, if you have a visual impairment and you have never used audio description, I highly suggest using it because it is so awesome. So thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to leave it a thumbs up, and please share if you found this informative and you think anybody else would like it. And other than that, please subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Love you guys. Take care.